Another thing, and this is a relatively more recent phenomenon in the science of learning, is that we remember longer when we interleave practice. So if you think about having two different skills, or say two different decodable books that you're having kids read, they will remember those skills longer, and they will stick with them longer if they interleave practice than if they practice one thing a lot and then switch to the other thing and practice that a lot. If you go back and forth between two skills or two tasks, both of them will tend to stick longer, particularly in the later stages of learning. So here I differ a little bit from some of the older phonics pedagogies. If you look at the people trained in the Orton-Gillingham tradition, for example, they tend to want to do a triple read of decodable text. They like to have kids read a text and then go back and read it again because they develop fluency that way. And it's, of course, confidence building. From a general learning science perspective, though, a lot of that fluency is actually illusory. What's actually happening is that the kid is memorizing the particular text that they're reading. I remember doing this as a kid. My parents thought I could read before, and my sisters thought I could read before I really could, because I would memorize books. And that's not the same. Knowing what all the words are in a book is not the same as decoding it actively. So if you have a couple of different books and you alternate them, what happens is the new book interferes with the old book, causes you to forget it a little bit, and then you go back to the old book and you have to re-decode it. And you actually get more practice decoding this way. And that's one mechanism by which this kind of interleave practice leads to slower forgetting. So on this screen, I've got the blue boxes and the green boxes alternating, and the solid curves show how slowly knowledge fades and skills fade if you interleave practice, whereas the dotted curves, the broken curves, show how quickly they fade if you don't interleave practice. So those are three principles for how to prevent learning loss. One is you need to practice, the other is that you need to space your practice out, and the other is that you need to interleave practice on different tasks, different topics, different decodable books.